Hey everybody, Squirrel Dev here. I'm back again for another quick video. This one is going to be a bit different. First off, just a quick status update. I am still working on Free Liberator DX2. I have some progress, but I'm not quite ready to show it off yet. So instead, what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through how I modify my APKs so I can both keep track, like record everything that comes from the official servers, as well as how to modify the APK in order to make a version that's compatible with my custom server. So without further ado, here we go. So first things first, I'm going to bring up my Edge browser, and you're going to want to download the latest version of Shin Megami Tensei DX2 from APK Pure, but don't click this button. What you want to do is you want to scroll down, go to all versions, and you want to find the latest version that says XAPK. And there you click download, and you click download XAPK. Now, after you download that and get it all set, I actually have it here in my mods folder that I'm going to be using for this video. You also want a couple more programs. First things first is IL2CPP dumper. I'll leave a link for its GitHub in the description, as well as DNSpy. Again, I'll leave a link to its GitHub in the description. IL2CPP dumper will dump the, IL2CPP from the app, and it will create what's called dummy DLLs, which DNSpy reads. And using DNSpy, you can get a certain address that you use your favorite hex editor for. I just use an online-based hex editor, hex ed.it. You can use whatever hex editor you want or prefer. I'll leave a link to hex edit in the description. But again, you can use whatever hex editor you want. In any case, without further ado, what we're going to do is after you have downloaded the XAPK, you want to right click it and rename it so that instead of .xapk, it's a .zip. Yes. And you want to double click it, and you want to extract both of these. I'm going to pop them back into the mod folder, and then the config arm EABI, you right click it and rename that to a zip. Then you double click that and there'll be a lib folder. I'm going to go and drag that out to the mod folder. And now what we're going to do is we're going to want to go to our Visual Studio Code, and you want to download an extension called APK Lab in Visual Studio Code. You can find it in the Extensions tab, and then search extensions APK Lab, and then you just click this and it'll bring you to this page. You want to click install. It'll be in this location. Of course I already have it installed, so it says uninstall for me. But then you want to do Control Shift P and search APK Lab. It'll do like APK Lab open an APK. We're going to do that. And then here we're going to navigate to our COM Sega D2 Megaten EN APK. We're going to double click that. We're going to do no SRC, force manifest, uncheck only main classes, and do deob for deactivate deobfuscation. I know, mispronounced that. But after that, you just click OK, and it will decompile it. We're just going to let it do its thing. And before we do anything, we're going to head back to our folder that we have everything stored. And we're going to take this lib folder and drag and drop it into here. So once that's done, it'll pop up here as well. Then we click apktool.yml, right click in here, prepare for HTTPS injection, and you'll want to wait until it says this. It'll probably be up immediately. Then right click, rebuild the APK, use AAPT2, force all, and no crunch. Click OK, and it will remake the APK. And this APK is the one that you could use to keep track of what all the server sends back and forth, and this will be the APK that is compatible with the official server. And this will take a while. Meanwhile, while it's actually doing all this, I'm going to go ahead and modify this thing for what happens. I'm going to for the next type of APK we'll make, which will be the one that's compatible with the custom server. So APK file name, I'll name it dx2_mod.apk. And next we're going to go to Android manifest XML. In this top line here, where it says package, we want to rename, I'm going to rename the .en to .cust. Okay, here goes the signing process successful. So I'm going to go over here, oh wait, cancel. I want to go here, Control S to save. And then here, we want to scroll down and find any mention of provider. Any tag that starts with provider. You want to go to Android authorities, and all you want to do is just go over here and add a 1 at the end of every line that does provider, like that. So provider, Android authorities, Facebook and the provider, and then just do a 1. And for this particular app, I know there are 3 providers. But if you're going to try to do this with any other app, you want to scroll down to make sure there aren't any more. And then we're going to Control S this. And then to make sure it is, you can easily identify it from the original app. What you do is you go to res values strings.xml and scroll down to the app name. Here we go. And what I do is I just name it dx2 mod in parentheses. Save that. Now for the slightly difficult part. For this particular app, there is a special mod I do to allow it to do its thing. So first things first is I'm going to go into lib, arm7, copy libil2cpp.so. I'm going to paste it in this root folder. And then we're going to go back here. I'm going to go to Assets, Bin, Data, Managed Metadata. Copy that. Paste it here. You want to find the libil2cpp.so and global metadata.dat. Then we want to go to libil2cpp dumper. And here, we just double click this. It'll ask you to find the il2cpp binary file. That's the .so. And then another one will pop up for global metadata. And just wait for it. Oh, there it goes. Just press any key to exit. And then we go to dnspy. And I'm just going to close all for now. And what you want to do is you File, Open. And in this case, it'll be in the il2cpp dummy DLL. And for this particular app, it is assembly c#.dll. For this app, the function you want to edit is sgnfw.http connection encrypt. And what you want to do is you want to copy this line right here, offset equals. We're going to copy that. And now we want to open up our hex editor. And we're going to go to mod libil2cpp.so. And we want to scroll to go to, paste that, and there we go. That's the beginning of that function. Now here, I have a hex code that effectively just returns whatever is input into the function. So it effectively bypasses encryption. So what we want to do is we want to go here. Okay, I guess. F0. So we'll do 0, 1, 0, 0, A0, E1, 1E, FF, 2F, E1, and I will include that hex code in the description. But after that, after we just do that, we click Save As, and I'm going to name it. I'll go into here, and we're just going to overwrite that file. Although for here, I just put .mod for now. And then after that, I will go ahead and go over here, rename this to so.bak, and then rename this from the .mod to the .so. And then we drag this into the Megaten, lib, armv7, replace the file in the destination. Then we go into here, and then we'll right click, and I just always do this just in case. But then you simply rebuild the APK, same options, AAPT2 force all, no crunch. Just let it do its thing. And meanwhile, while it's doing its thing, I'm going to go ahead and launch MITM Web. And I'm going to launch ADB, ADB devices, make sure, okay, good. ADB shell settings, put global HTTP underscore proxy 192.168.0.136 because I remember that IP address by heart, :8080. I'm going to check this. Rebuilding was successful. So now to install it, it will be in the mod com sega d2 mega10 en dist, and this one is effectively the original with the slight mod. And then install another app. Actually, I'm just going to exit there, and then dx2 mod. And then if we look in here, we have dx2 and dx2 mod. So for right now, I'll just launch dx2 to show you that that works. We are getting you can see it goes here, and I'm going to go and exit out. And that's effectively how it is, and I'm just going to show you that the dx2 mod also launches. And actually, while I'm at it, I'm just going to and actually I'm going to lower this volume down there to mute. There we go. I'm going to hit start. Of course, you know, this is the error that occurs whenever the param isn't set correctly, as you see here. But now I'm going to do the regular app without the mod, just to show you that it does indeed work. I should have probably done that first. I'm going to hit start. And as you can see here, the params are indeed still all set. In any event, I'm going to exit out of this. And for now, that is it. I've basically showed you how to create the modded APKs that I use for the development. And this is Squirrel Dev signing out, and I will see you next time.